Hey guys, I'm meteorologist Chris Tomer. What we're going to do here is we're really going to take a look at the whole pattern all the way into the start of winter this weekend and into Christmas week. And things have definitely changed. We had that 3-day storm across the Intermountain West from Utah to Colorado up to Wyoming where we got like 2 to 4 feet. First of all, here's where we stand. The leaderboard in Colorado, Monarch and Wolf Creek are neck and neck at 144, 145 inches. And Wolf Creek's a story. And they picked up 120 inches in the last 30 days, so they came from nowhere. You can never count out Wolf Creek. I think Alta's got quite a bit more. I think they're up around 170. Jackson Hole, I think, is in that range as well. But anyway, let's talk about the pattern, and we're going to see a big shift, a dry, warm shift. So look at the map here. This is the what we call heights pressure pattern. The mild air is going to be right here. Watch what happens. It kind of stays and sits across the west with the peak of the warm air settling into Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, and New Mexico into this weekend. For the start of winter, it's going to be warm and it's going to be dry. But here's the weather maker that is basically banked up against the west coast, and this will provide some nice snow to parts of California, especially Oregon, Washington, up into Whistler, Blackcomb, over into Banff as we kind of roll through the weekend. And then eventually that begins to make that push and break away from California and then move towards Utah and Colorado. But that's not until like the middle of next week. Here's how that looks as far as precip goes. If you're looking at the future radar, everything gets stopped cold across the west coast by the big inland high pressure. Even that low is forced to retrograde a bit, and that sets up some pretty heavy precip there across that Pacific Northwest area. And then by the time we get into Saturday, things start to move towards Tahoe and Mammoth, but boy is it slow initially. And then by Sunday it starts to make the break, and then early into next week it begins to make that move. And by Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Christmas time, it may start to affect the mountain areas of Utah and Colorado. But look at the temperatures in the central mountains of Colorado. They are going to shoot up, and it is going to be warm, potentially above freezing this weekend. And so that'll do some important things to the snowpack across Colorado and Utah, for that matter, with these warm temperatures in the mountains. This is the snow forecast between today and Sunday. So if you're looking at skiing this weekend, all the snow, 99% of it, is up here, Pacific Northwest. That's where I'd be skiing, in Oregon, Washington, Rainier, the Cascades, the high Cascades, all the way up to Whistler, Blackcomb, and then inland towards Banff and Kicking Horse, and then down into Schweitzer looks to be in very good position. Even Sun Valley should get some of the snow as well. And that's through the weekend, and then all that would start to shift by the middle of next week. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in here, and I appreciate it as always. Take care.